Hi, I'm Donna Dewberry, and I am the creator of the one-stroke painting technique. I'm here in Dewberry U Art Center right now, and I am going to do a lesson on poinsettias. This is a very quick and easy, simple poinsettia. Actually, this one's really fun. I have a packet, an education packet, where you could sit down with your friends, and six to 12 of y'all can do this together with all the patterns that make this really fun. Then I put glitter and sparkle on it, and it makes it a real fun project. While I'm doing this, I want you to see that there's different ways to do poinsettias. As you see, this is more abstract, and this is with oils. I use W oils to do that. And then this is just a real simple, quick little one where I've used different colors in here and splattered it with gold. So that's just a fun, like if you did a greeting card with your poinsettias. We're going to also do a pink poinsettia and a white and a limey green light poinsettia. And I want you to see, when we're looking at this, that we have layers of petals in here. I'm going to show you how you make that happen. And the fun thing about this project is that it's on a little fence that we sell at Dewberry U. And then I love to put stencils behind. So the stencils give it an extra fluff in the back, and it makes it really fun to just change your look and all. While you're watching this lesson, I want you to know that we're going to have on here how to get our Instagram and our Facebook, so you can link right to us. And you go to onestroke.com for any of the supplies I'm using if you want to jump in and start painting with me. I would love for you to like and make comments if you like what I'm sharing with you, and share some new things that you might want to learn too. All right, so I'm going to put this down and we're going to start our study. And I love to do, I do floral studies, leaf studies, different types of studies. This is all about poinsettias. Now, I looked all around my DVD collection over the years, and I couldn't find any poinsettias for y'all. So when everybody's asking me, please show me some poinsettias, I'm like, okay. And I tried to look it up. So that's why, out of popular demand, we're doing poinsettias today. All right, so we're gonna wet our brush in water, and that's about the only water you're gonna see in this brush. I do have floating medium. Let me show you. I have floating medium in a 2-ounce bottle or a big bottle. This is the fluff that's inside the paint with no pigment, no color. All right, so I squeeze that out, and my little cubby's on the side of my palette here, and then I'm ready to go. All right. So the first thing I'm going to share with you is I'm using a 3/4 inch flat, and so depending on the size of your project, use flats all the way down to 2 flat if you want to. What we're going to do, because sometimes people paint their nails, I'm going to take a bright red, which is apple red. This is multi-surface. I'm doing apple red, and then I'm going to side load. Let me show you really good here. I'm going to side load into, not side load, I'm going to have your second color of double loading is going to be 2/3 apple red, 1/3 berry wine. Okay, now a whole lot of paint, more paint than you can even imagine, and that's my track there that where I'm loading every time. All right, so I am going to start with this, like the Star of David. Okay. So you could crisscross and put one in the middle. That's going to help you lay out your design. Then I'm going to start here and do like arrows. Can you see? There's an arrow pointing to the center. All right, so here's my medium. I'm going to dip straight into medium. Yeah, it looked like it was medium in there. All right, now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out. Now I'm going to run along this line, but I want you to watch the outside color. Okay, so the berry wine is on the outside. I'm going to keep picking up paint because I'm on paper. This really needs me to keep picking it up, and I can pull a what do you call it, a vein right there in the middle. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. Now what I like to do, guys, watch the outside color, that this side of the brush, the left side of the brush is running along that center. All right. Now the good thing about one-stroke painting is, see, I don't like that, so I can pick up fresh paint and I can go along there again. Okay, now I got this petal really big. I'm going to come up here, and it's heavier, and then it gets lighter as it goes down. Now what happens is, this is a simple version, and I will show you a more detailed version of the poinsettia, which is the pointed petals, okay? See, the outside edge is what your eyes are supposed to be looking at. You can see I got carried away and made this one really big over here. So I'm going to take this way, and now I'm going to come right in here. Now this, you can stop at this point and make it just the 5 petals, and then I will pull sometimes a vein in here, especially if I have globs of paint, and sometimes you will. Okay, so when I look out front, I'm thinking it's kind of funny, but you know what, lots of people were fine with that. And then they come in with some green leaves. But let me show you another way that we can make it. You can leave it at 4 or 5 petals, which is what I had before, where I was showing you those. Or you can come back and you can come right in between and fill in right here. And that gives you another layer. Now you can put those layers in the back first, and then come back and add these, the 5 that I did on top, okay? Okay, now this is the thing, I lost my blending there, so I'm gonna have to come back and add more red. See the difference? All right? Now, what happens is that this just has different layers. So see, I just added some layers behind. Okay, now I like to go in the middle here. It's too thick, so I'm just cleaning some of that thickness up. I'm adding a whole bunch because I want you to see it really good. Now I could come in and flip my brush over, and like I did on my one picture, and have the bright red showing, but I don't have enough dark berry wine in here. So I want you to see that I'm just grabbing a little berry wine, I'm doing some little petals here. And I want you to see what I'm doing. Right? Can you see this right here? I'm going to go out and back, just to make that extra like fresh new petals. Sometimes they even have green on the new fresh petals that would be coming in here. But you would have to let this totally dry. This is wet on wet, and I'm not letting that dry. But see how I can get all the layers there? And I'm going to put in the center, but I'm going to wait and do the center a little bit later. But what we did on that is I've got little dip dots from the end of my brush. I dip in the paint, dot, 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 dot. And we're going to let that dry a minute. So I'm going to wipe that off my handle so I don't get it all over me, which I do quite often. And let me show you one more while that's drying a little bit. We're going to pick up fresh paint again. Now I'm going to put the red on the outside. That's the apple red. It's really bright. Okay, so let's watch over here. Now I do this number where I'm bringing this out, and then I could come back the other way. All right, didn't that look easy? But people get fussing at me about that. So let me show you. I do a railroad track, and I do this for holly and for poinsettia petals. So I'm coming up to here, I get a point, and then I go down, get a point, go down, get a point, and slide. Now I can come back to a point, down, down, and then slide back to a point. Okay? And then I would pull the stem in the middle. Alright, so I want to do that one more time because this is an easy, let me put this here so you see it. This is an easy track to help you do that. Now, let me do one coming down here. I would do this lower. So here's my arrow. So I'm going to start here, go to a point, stand up, push down, stand up, push down, and come to a point there. Do the same thing over here. See, I'm pushing the berry wine so it touches in the middle, and I'm looking at the outside edge. That's what you need to be looking at, is the outside edge. All right. And the reason I wanted to show you this is because when I go get my green, I'm going to pick up the dark green and the bright green, the limey green. And I've got a thick lime green. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of yellow because it's giving me a little tough time there. And I have sap green and lime green. This is all multi-surface, okay? So I can just do my green the same way I did my red, my poinsettias is what I was saying. Okay, you can do that, but these look a lot better. I'm going to get some medium. Okay, this looks a lot better if I do point, 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 and start down this side. Then remember, you can always restroke if you're not happy with something, and you pull a stem into it. All right, so one of the things I like to share with you is that when I come in here, if I just do this on the chisel edge, and let me show you what I'm doing. I'm up on, just like this on my brush, I tilt it, and I'm dragging these last bristles right here. So if I come in here, I will drag the dark green, then I'll turn it around and I can drag some light green. Whatever follows is going to be the predominant color. So if the light green follows, it's going to show better, or the dark green. All right, so those are pine needles. So all you do is go down, and I want you to push and lift. And what I usually do is I do all dark first, and then if I muddied it up and I don't see anything, I can come back with white or yellow, staffodil yellow I'm using, okay? And then I can take and have berries, and I will do some holly with a 12 and some with a 3/4. And I will put metallic and some other colors in here. This one I just put a little bit of red. Okay, so I can come back in here and just dot the yellow. So usually what I have is they have these little tall limey green, and then on the tip we'll put yellow, and that's how we do the center. Lots of times I use glitter or metallic to make that happen, and we continue all the way around. I'm going to continue with this spray just to show you, because we're going to try 2 other colors. Now look at this. I'm going to go to the point and pull back. All right, and I'm going to pull a stem in the middle, and sometimes I just put a little bit of greenery. All right, so what I was showing you is I like sometimes to have 3 of these. Point, point, point. And you can see it's getting dry. I need a medium. But this is good practice, because this is how you make the poinsettia too. The petals is with the points or without the points, okay? And then see if I picked up a smaller brush, and then we're gonna do the other poinsettias, different colors. So see if I'm here, I'm able to get a better look. I hope my hand's not covering the whole thing for you. But see the depth. So we're blending, shading, and highlighting with each stroke that we do. So we put all the color that we want to show on the brush at one time. And I'm going to show you one more time. When we want, sometimes I want the center to show really good. So what we're doing is I'm doing magenta and white. Okay, we didn't turn off the phone, sorry guys. All right, so I'm gonna put the white on the outside, and just remember, if you kind of go like this, it'll help you do the positioning of it. So I'm gonna come up. Oh, let's just wiggle. All right, so what I want to see on this, I used to do lots of clay pots for Christmas tree booths, and they would sell the poinsettias, and they wanted pink poinsettias and red poinsettias for the pots because those are the colors they sold. All right, and I would sell them 75 at a time, and they would just really go through them, so it was fun to do I did the big clay pots. I think it's 6 and 7 inch pots. Okay. Sorry, some people are not going to give up, are they? All right, so we're going to come all the way up here. See this center? That center is giving me a bad time, so I'll show you that I am going to go right back. And see, you can go up and back in the same stroke. Watch this. I use chalk to lay out my design on my background. And there you go. All the way up. Alright, all the way up here and back down. Alright, so when I then come back with the green, I want to show you really quick. This is a real fun brush to use, and this is an angle brush. The hardest thing with the angle brush is to figure out where to put the light color and where to put the dark color. So this is the toe, it was a point, there's the heel. And so what's really awesome about this is that I can start in there, and this heel, you can push on the heel and it gives you a really nice outside edge. You can also go really ripple. All right. Okay. Okay. Now you can't shove it. See, I can't shove that brush, but I can pull it. All right, so I touch in, I push down, and I pull. So now watch what happens. The dark green is on the toe, so as I push down and slide, it comes right behind me. So it makes a really pretty simple, long, slender leaf. All right, now one last one I want to show you is I use white and green to do a white poinsettia. Okay, so watch this. I'm going to take and work this in. Okay, so it's a little limey green, a little bit, and it makes really pretty poinsettia, especially depending on your background. Okay, now you see, all you have to do is go both sides, but what I've been doing is I've been going up, slide to the point, reverse direction, and come back. And remember, one more time, I want to tell you again that what we do is we do an arrow, right? And then all you're doing is you're coming out, and the arrow is pointing to the center of the flower, so that all you do is slide this way, all the way down to the tip, and then you're ready with your poinsettia. Now all I'm going to do to finish this, just remember, I want you to know that you can go onestroke.com and pick up all your needs. If you want to learn, I have online lessons that we do each month on Monday and Wednesday evenings. and I do studies where you can get certified to be an instructor. I'd love for you to be an instructor. If you want to find out more about that, you go to onestroke.com, and you can do at-home study courses. You can do skill builders to learn how to be certified. And we're going to finish this up with the yellows, but be sure it's better to let this dry, and it will really look, you can put those little seed pods, those little teeny seed pods in here afterwards. But the same thing goes over here. You can put darker green in here, and then put the light green on top. So we have red poinsettias, pink poinsettias, white poinsettias. This is how you layer it. You can make long, slender petals. You can do this again. Look how long and slender. That's the 16 by 20. See how fun that is? And this is what I showed you, like a sled kind of. How fun is that? I use that a lot. Little white flowers pop. How fun that is. This is stencils in the back. We sell a lot of stencils. That's why I do a lot of backgrounds now. This is real simple. And but see, even the background, I sponge down with my painter's sponge and get a striated look in the back. And here's our fun and quick and easy one for beginners who want to have a painting party together, birthday party or other kind of party. This is fun, and you can do it too. So, onestroke.com for any supplies and education that you want to learn. And I have many lessons coming. So I really need you to subscribe if you haven't. I need you here on our YouTube channel. On the YouTube channel, if you subscribe, then we'll let you know every week when I put up new designs and new lessons. And like and comment if you wish to let me know if you liked what we did or what you want to see next. Thank you. I'm Donna Dewberry, and I enjoy being with you today. Hope you did too.